you don't understand it. So while you're all in church preaching the upper class, kissing ass, I'm in the trenches with gangsters showing them ways to get paid without pushing powder. But pushing power, if you don't know the hood, then don't speak unless you're spoken to. Your comments will end up choking you or stomping you, I promise you.
Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, I'm gonna put you down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, I'm gonna put you down.
I roam with goons, little homie, they get it poppin'. Click clack, click clack, click clack, bodies dropping. They were caught when they missed you, but that was luck. They coming through tomorrow, shorty, that's what's up. Cut back, they dang dang, hit you with the bang bang. Stand over your body and hit you with the same thing. We were tight for a minute, riding the same lane. You switch colors, say goodbye to your brain, man. Thought I was banging your wifey, it wasn't me. You got stomped at that party, now that was me. Face to face, only a bitch don't snuff you. Like gun talk, only the real dude bust you. Don't get bust in your eye in front of your girl. Blood dripping on your Timbos, fuck your world. I bump dudes when I walk in the hood. Shit ain't pretty, from the X to Brick City, I spit gritty.
Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, I'm gonna put you down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, I'm gonna put you down.
Dumb fucks think rap music causes violence. Any albums that made push put Iraq to silence. Vietnam Desert Storm wasn't because of Killer Cam, Mob Beat, 50 Cent, or Game. Hey, chicks be spazzing out thinking I'm crazy. Forget it, baby, go half on a 380. Roll that, take two and pass that. My songs are like dolls cause they get all up in your ass crack.
Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, I'm gonna put you down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, I'm gonna put you down.
Graham Plattner blamed women for getting raped. Mr. Plattner blamed the rapist.
The officer would love nothing more than to pit this suspect into oblivion. However, doing it from this angle would also pit him into oncoming traffic. He'll have to be patient and wait for the perfect window. Hopefully, it opens soon.
Yeah, so the ones you were talking about there, yeah, these are some of the more later stage developments of some of the things that they've been experimenting with. And again, you know, a lot of it back in the 90s, if you've listened to David Wilcock and others talk about some of these things, right, being used a lot for tracking, security, probation, investigations. Right, like how they track dolphins or anything else, birds. Right, so as far as the injections that you were just learning about and how it can be smaller than a grain of rice. So some of the other developments over the years, I mean, people get these injections and implants for wrinkles. Right, remember that girl, because he can hit different chakra energy zones? So there was this one, she kept pushing the orgasm button. I know her parents had to take her in because she wouldn't stop pushing her orgasm button. Some call it the joy button, yeah. Right, so just imagine these things are being experimented with, implanted into people for what reasons? To help with what conditions? Right, when you start to understand these things and just how sick and disgusting a lot of this shit has gone, especially with the MK Ultra and mind control shit, are you people that fucking sick and dumb? Both, yeah. It's both sick and dumb, whether you know or you don't, to ignore it and not try to educate people with common sense as opposed to staying silent and promoting fear propaganda and dangerous chemicals and drugs and behaviors. I mean, you call me crazy. Anyways, injections in the RF, radio frequency or ultrasound devices are increasingly combined to enhance medication delivery, maximize skin tightening, and boost collagen production. These devices operate at specific frequencies to heat up tissues or enhance cell permeability. Electroportation and RF. Devices like the Dual Injector Pro device combine bipolar RF with electrical pulses. The RF heats tissue to stimulate collagen, while electroporation alters the skin. Electroporation alters the skin's electrical connections to allow deeper absorption of the serums like hyaluronic acid. Right, so a lot of people doing these things, they're laughing at the idiots getting Botox and stem cells, and they're the ones that also make a lot of money from it, so they don't really make it public, right? Kind of like a lot of ghost and alien hunters who know it's bullshit, but they go around and they make fun of all the people who believe in that stuff and do their little seances. I know, they make fun of the people who think their house is now clear. So this actually used to be a show. Remember the History Channel and some of the other ones? And they'd go around, and it was just so bad that it got to the point where they just make fun of people and go around going like how stupid people are. But they feel better. You know, if you believe their bullshit and you go in and you act like you cleansed the problem, you're taking care of business, and it calms them down. Right, you can go back and watch some of the shows, and they always bring up this one just because it's a classic example. And you can use the donut shop. What do they call that? Application theory? If layman's terms, donut shop. Yeah, application theory doesn't really get through to thick-skulled monkeys that don't like to look at the truth, Neither one really does. Nothing gets through. Yeah, they're not going to see the truth because they know the truth. And to accept the truth, yeah, it's not good, is it? It's life in prison for some of them. Death penalty. The fucking death penalty, for real. Yeah, we're not talking about, as far as investigations and spy tactics, we're not talking about any of that. Hackers, that happens. Spy away. We depend on it, actually, and we know that there's going to be meddling and crime mixed in with the goods, right? That's how it usually goes, right? Whether it's a medicine, a chemical, a food, right? They had cocaine under the broccoli! God damn it! Fucking, did you see what they had in the asparagus? Oh my god. It's not your mama's cereal box, that's for sure. Oh, I fell over. Oh, I fell over again. Can you milk a cat? Greg, can you milk a fucking cat? You know, I'm sure they've gotten funding to figure it out. Let's look. I wonder. There's no government funding available specifically to study whether you can milk a cat. However, research into the mechanics. I'm sorry. Okay, I had to get that out. There is no government funding available. However, research into the mechanics of animal milk production has historically led to unconventional studies. No. Tell me about it. Did you know they shoved shit? They took shit from one person's ass and they shoved it into another person's ass. You want me to say it nicer? Oh, they professionally and safely extracted shit from one person's intestines and gently injected the fecal matter into another person's anal cavity. One of them died. They did. Not too many were willing to do it. I mean, you really only have to, get a few on board. It doesn't take much. You pay them enough money, they'll do anything almost. Right, and then when they get hurt, are they still capable of functioning in the public, though, or are they going to need to be put into a facility? Tell I. Oh, yeah. Medication time. Bunch of morons. Bunch of fucking morons. Psychos. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it led to some unconventional studies, and government bodies do fund legitimate veterinary research on felines. If you even, we haven't even scratched the surface, and when you start to, you're gonna wish you didn't. It's gonna piss you the fuck off, especially if you're a tax-paying citizen. It's why we don't vote. We try to sway and persuade good behavior the best we can. I don't know if it's in my DNA, but oh man. Roll your eyes some more, bitches. Veterinary consensus is that while it is physically possible to extract a small amount of milk from nursing a cat, it is generally not advisable or practical. Yields are tiny, and the process can cause significant stress. If a mother cat rejects her kittens, experts suggest using commercial kitten milk replacers rather than attempting to milk the queen. The famous cat experiment in the 1940s. Researchers Fordyce Eli and William Peterson explored how environmental stressors environmental stressors and who has the keyboard? I must be hitting the laugh button. Or the opposite one, because, you know, I know, does it get confusing? Like, hey, I'm hitting the angry button. Why is it laughing? I know, and then when you hit the laugh button, now it's getting angry. Hold on. 555 5555. Anyways, they explored how environmental stressors impacted cow milk production by exploding paper bags over cats, which were placed on the cows' backs. What? I would like to see that. So they put the cat on the cow, and then they would explode paper bags above the cats, and then studied how that affected the milk production. I was confused a while ago. Did you know they actually got a Nobel fucking prize for it? So you'd almost not want one, right? Knowing what they give them out for. Please, no, don't put me in the Nobel Prize bucket. I don't want to be one of those cooks. The study, which was later awarded a large Nobel Prize, determined that the cat was ultimately unnecessary to prove the stress reaction in the cows. Because any loud, sudden noises alone decreased the milk flow. Really? Tighten things up a little bit. I mean, of course. So, what do we do? Get rid of loud noises, or? It decreased the milk flow? I mean, for a second, right? And then boom, it probably sped it up for a little bit afterwards, right? So, I mean, it probably balances itself out. Unless you get frozen in a state of and you get angry about it and you want to stop the loud noises, yeah, you're going to get stuck on a track you don't want to be on. But you think you do. You love that track, don't you? You keep fucking spinning on it. Drive, baby, drive! And you feel like you're fucking doing something good. Shut the fuck up. Anybody? Hey. Proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine. 4:15 a.m. July 6th. It's a Monday. Look at that. Pretty good, huh? Someone in class noticed I already X'd out the 6. Why? I really thought it was Wednesday this morning when I did my calendar. So I crossed out the 6 because I thought it was the 7th. That may or may not be a true story. So whatever you want to believe, I guess. I'm not going to tell you the truth. I might have done it on purpose. I might have known, not known. You go ahead and believe whatever you want. You can see how you can do that, right? Regardless of what I say. And you can say, yep, she's stupid, didn't even know what day it was. There's a deeper message here. It was an honest mistake. Honest mistake. But yeah, you go ahead and believe whatever the fuck you want, spin whatever you want in your sick, fucking deluded, clouded, nasty fucking brains. Oh, man. Yeah, much love, health, and peace to you, my brother. What's up? Good, thank you. We're actually going to go make another coffee. I hope that information helped you. Hold on. Did you... What? No. Plant-based news? Interesting article. So you want to look into this one for me? I have no clue. This just got sent over. Plant-based government agency. I'm just going to read this first bit to you, and then I'm going to go make a coffee, and please let me know what this is all about. A new expose found a U.S. government agency sent home $500,000, $500,000 of taxpayer money. They've been funneling taxpayer money into experiments on cats in Russia. What is the 333 rule for feral cats? The 333 rule. Good question. Hold on. I'm going to snap this and I'll post that too. I'm going to post it on my page and maybe someone else will see it too and dig up something and do a YouTube podcast on it or something. Yeah, you know, somebody with a larger audience. Right, or who... Right, because we're kind of not bound by the same thing. We can speak a little bit more freely than a lot of those people. Just for many reasons. Whatever their occupation, family life, they might just not want to piss off their wife or daughters, you know. We see that a lot in these cases, fraud and abuse. Right, and that doesn't mean that behavior, that doesn't necessarily mean someone's involved with fraud and abuse. But it's a behavior that should be recognized. It's inhumane, it's unjust, whether or not people are getting hurt or not. Right, like they were speeding. Well, you know, it was on an open road. There were no cars around. No one got hurt. They were being safe. Yeah, but I mean, it's still illegal, and if they got caught, they're going to be pulled over and get given a ticket, whether or not they're professionals and they were being safe and it was an open road. They're still subject to being pulled over and arrested, whether or not you think they were being safe. You sent them out there to do it. It was a setup. It was a stunt for a movie. Oh, well, excuse me. Aren't you supposed to get permits and stuff for that? Not if you're friends with the local authorities. Can't get away with that as much anymore, can you? I know there's so many things. The good, the bad, the ugly. Can you just shut that camera off? No, I can't. I can't close my eyes either. Even if I actually close my eyes, they're still open. Do you understand that? Even if I'm dead, even if I'm not breathing, okay? Still alive. May the truth set you motherfuckers free, for real. Wow. I know, I hate having to play the mean role. But it's not really mean. No, if you're an aware person, you'd see it's tough love at a higher level and the lowest of the low. You know, you try to address the whole audience universally, it can be tricky. Right, so it's either going to register or be totally confusing, mean nothing at all, and you can spin it into whatever you want. Or you're just witnessing, taking it all with a grain of salt. But yeah, if you want to look into that. So this, what U.S. government agency? I don't. They just say U.S. government agency. Which one? What do you mean? Okay, so. So there is actually no single universally agreed upon number of U.S. government agencies because the federal government does not have one official definition of what constitutes an agency. Okay, so news people, anybody, can we stop fucking saying that shit? U.S. government agency. It just doesn't even make sense to a lot of us anyways. However, according to the Federal Register, which maintains the official index, there are 441 agencies and sub-agencies currently listed. So if you want a number, there you go. There are 441 agencies and sub-agencies currently listed. Yeah, the listed ones are probably not even any of the ones you'd care about. It's always the unlisted ones, right? Hence the mainstream issues. I know, and then when you try to get through to the fucking people in those positions and they're so fucking clogged with their bullshit and nasty fucking lifestyles and entitlement. Hair dyes, eyelash glue. It's fucking sick. They need help. Botox, stem cells, colostrum, snail cum. Rub it all over yourselves. Just fucking dip yourself in the beef fat, you sick fucks. Nasty fucking people. The exact count fluctuates depending on which source database is used and whether sub-agencies, boards, and commissions are counted individually. Tallies across databases. Primary tallies. Oh, the tolls and tallies. Oh no, it's the tallies and toils. Tallies, you gotta tally toil. And there's tolls to the tallies. Takes a toll. Toiling, too, can take a toll. Well, if you do it right. If you do it right, you know. For some, it's hard work. For others, it's a nice day of physical activity in nature. Right, I mean, you start getting into some tougher jobs, you know, you're up on a hot frickin' pitch roof, you know, that pitch tar. Oh, that stuff sucks. Now, do they still use that? Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of jobs that it's not so easy to whistle. Sometimes it's stressful, noisy, dangerous. Okay, so there are 441 listed. However, independent data oversight groups note that around 75 of these are technically defunct, inactive, or temporary entities that have not been scrubbed from the index. Floating accounts kind of thing. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Register a broader network of 405 unique entities. This includes 137 independent executive agencies and 268 separate operational units under the cabinet. The U.S. government manual takes a narrow approach, listing roughly 316 units. This framework defines 96 independent executive units alongside 220 major internal components of executive departments. So the 333 rule, back to the cats and money being funneled. They actually gave an exact number too on one of the funneling operations for some cat studies over in Russia. So why would a U.S. government agency be funneling money to Russia to fund a cat study? So if you ever start questioning, if you even can start to question people at that level, the ones involved, they always think it's, oh, they don't have to talk to you or answer any of your questions. It usually doesn't happen. But if you can, try to question those people and figure out why they would think that's okay. Oh, it's because they're part of an important investigation. It's not really for cats. It's for something else. But we just say cats. You know, kind of like the stem cell stuff, and they say, yeah, you got to use an alias and stuff because people frown upon. Yeah, so it's like, okay, so you fell for that? Okay, so do you even know what it's for? Top secret stuff, like microchip stuff? Nuclear. Are you fucking stupid? So a lot of people fall for that stuff, right? Yeah, I don't know what you can do with that, but what the fuck, huh? But yeah, so I guess one of the funneling studies, they said, let's see, 221,135 to be exact for one of the cat studies. Wow, 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 wow. We'll put some overhead lifters. Oh yeah, Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning. So the 333 rule is a general guideline used by rescue organizations to help you understand a newly adopted cat's adjustment period. You know, they have to acclimate to their environments, right? The acclimation. 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to learn the routine, and 3 months to feel fully comfortable. 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to learn the routine, and 3 months to feel fully comfortable. Comfortably. Do you get government money for your pet? Government money is allocated each year to employ dog wardens and fund the rescue and rehoming of our country's dogs. And thankfully, as a result, things are getting better, slowly but surely. But a lot of people are shocked to learn that there is no such provision in our government for the cats. Okay, so people are complaining. Okay, so some of us are like, are you kidding me? With the dog shit. And so we're dealing with activists that are like, well, what about the cats? Okay, you're fucking psychotic. Anybody? Yeah, 333 rule's about to get jammed right up your fucking ass. Come here. Come here, motherfucker. We put it in a nice box with a bow on it for you, don't worry. You don't have to see the slaughter and the whole process. It's just all packaged up for you, nice and ready to go. You sick fucks. Anyone listening? Yeah, that article was written April 12th, 2016. So do you remember 2016? Yeah, we got the attention of some activists that summer, didn't we? So do you remember Governor LePage? We got to get these drug dealers, right? Okay. Animal activists, fucking disgusting. And they know what we're talking about coming out of fucking Dollywood and these psychos protecting dogs and going after people. This has gone on for years, trust me. We were so fucking fed up. And what had been going on by 2016, dealing with these fucking psychos in the Maine Parent Federation, druggies and pieces of shit moving in and out, passing through state workers, working with druggies to get the non-vaxxers. Fucking insane. Vaccinating our children behind our back, the dog's leg blowing up, losing use of an arm, him beating up the little boy in the tub. Right? And then these fucking druggies and pieces of shit like, oh, the little brat probably deserved it. It was just a whack. You sick fucks. Right? There were black hand marks and scars on this child's neck. And what I witnessed myself, and with my own children, and the fact that they're allowing my young children who were vaccine injured in 2013 behind my back with the help of sick fucking activist doctors. Yeah, real nice, you sick fucks. Who's schizo? Who's fucking schizo? I'd fucking run if I were you motherfuckers, for real. Run. Run. Just run, really. You should be ashamed of yourselves and you shouldn't want to show your face. I'd fucking run and get the fuck out of here if I were you. I know the radicals and people they're targeting, you nasty fucks that seem to think you're God or something. And you are, too. You very much are. So the fact that, you take that for granted, because it's one thing to use something, but it's another to abuse it, and you're definitely abusing God's power. Yeah. Good forces that be will fucking shut you down and call you out every time. And we've seen a lot of those people get killed, including ourselves. It's amazing we've survived the murder attempts, quite frankly, over the years. I mean, I can name 5 really good, solid ones. Right, and other investigators and people around the world are also well aware. And then when those people don't want to listen, I mean, from the doctors trying to tell them we don't need to be medicated for OCD to and people throughout all these systems trying to tell them. Right, remember 2006, they're arguing with the doctors about a simple bacterial overload. I remember I told them, I was like, you motherfuckers can call it Madonna for all I care. Because you had the fucking hags here and people, Lyme disease doesn't exist. They're charlatans. They're kooks. It doesn't exist. They're taking advantage of you. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? They didn't listen to him either. You remember 2006 and my son got vaccine injured, my oldest son, James? Yeah, they didn't want to listen, did they? Right, and what you sick motherfuckers around here have been doing is disgusting, you druggies and nasty fucking sluts, you nasty fucking cunts. The ones that have moved away and down to Florida, California, Texas, you nasty fucking cunts. And to the ones that have come here thinking you're gonna fucking run your mouths and do shit, and they have, believe me, you nasty fucking pieces of shit going into our school systems and state departments. Huh? Who owns the place? I'd pack your shit and get the fuck out of here if I were you. I'd sell your fucking businesses if I were you. And you motherfucker, I'd fucking run. They got a 2x4, the nails got an X right in the tip for you. Yeah, they had a really little knife. And they made X's on the nails that they're going to drive right through your fucking skulls. Not a joke. I'm just telling you what they're saying. You're welcome. You should be saying you're welcome. If you want to say we're threatening you,